Hello, my name is Sheyi Fabi. I welcome you to our lecture series. Today we are on GIS lecture 15, and we want to look at LiDAR data under our topic of working with images in GIS. LiDAR refers to light detection and ranging. Light detection and ranging is in the same category of radar. Radar means radio detection and ranging, and it's just because the difference is just in their method of data acquisition. Recently, LiDAR has become the dominant remote sensing data when it comes to acquiring information about the Z value, about the elevation, about the terrain, and can be used to create high-resolution digital elevation models for a given area, and it has accuracy of 10 centimeters or even higher. Some have even saw about 5 meters resolution of vertical accuracy. LiDAR equipment includes a laser scanner, the global positioning systems, and inertial navigation systems. These are the three major components that are in the payload of LiDAR equipment. And LiDAR is usually flown on a small aircraft or a drone. LiDAR contains scanners that transmit brief laser pulses, just as radar also work. Radar sends signal, and then the return signal that comes is one that is captured, that's like an echo that comes back to the equipment or the device, is one that is captured and is used to measure the distance it takes, the time it takes the signal to return to the equipment when it hits the target, is when it is captured to measure the height or the depth of the target. So detecting the returning pulses, the equipment records the time it took for them to go from the laser scanner to the ground and back. Is it the distance, the emitted energy that goes to hit the target and return, that is used to measure the height or the distance of the object. So the distance between the laser scanner and the ground is then calculated based on the speed of light, the time it takes the light to get to the object and return to the equipment. That's what is captured as LiDAR data. So when LiDAR data is captured, it captured different sets of data. Captures the ground heat, then the non-ground heat, then the surface heat. That is why it is easy for you to use the LiDAR data to measure the elevation, the height of features, the height of culture, the height of features on ground or situation on ground. So we are going to look at LiDAR data that we have in on the Ibadan series. And before you can open, LiDAR data comes in as LAS data, last data. We call it last data. It comes in as last data. When it comes in, you cannot use it raw. You have to transform it, you have to bring it in. So if you are using ArcGIS, you have to go to customize, and under the customize, you have to activate under the toolbar, you have to activate your last data set. That will enable you to be able to open or to load last data, to bring in last data into the GIS environment. Because this one is active, that is why it is here. If I remove it now, it will be removed from the toolbar. So I want to go back and make my last data set. So I can now go to add layer, add data here, and then you navigate to where the last data are always in this format .las. We have O1.las, and we're going to select O2.las. When you bring it in, then it is brought in like this. And when you have here, you can actually manipulate. These data include ground heat and the surface heat. All of them are presented here. But if you want to check only the ground heat, you want to filter it, you want to look at only the ground heat. So it will show you only the ground heat. This one is the surface elevation. And it is also possible for you to see some of the surface heat. Just showing us this ground heat is showing us the ground elevation, that the soil, the ground elevation. But you can also see the trees, the elevation of the trees, the elevation of the buildings, and so on and so forth. So this one are the one that are not the ground heat. This is other aspect, the other return. We have the return, we have the ground return, the non-ground. We have the non-ground return. So we have the force return. That is force return. That means the topmost level, the topmost level, the top of trees, the top of buildings, and you can check different form of you can check the slope. You can check the slope. This one is showing us the slope analysis. You can use this and check the elevation of the place. And use you can use class, and it will show us different classes of you can see here that here it's showing us never classified. Here we have classified them. You can see that this one medium vegetation, low vegetation, high vegetation, building, noise, model. Noise means error. So you have ray line, you have water, you have road surface, you have overlap. These are tremendous data sets. Now, when we have classified it, these other ones are the ones that are unclassified, reserve. They are unclassified. But now, we want to see how you can convert this data to contour. The first thing we need to do is to construct a digital elevation model. And what we are going to do is to use a tool that we call LAS to RAS. LAS to raster. That is, we want to convert LAS data, which is the LiDAR data, to RAS. So so you can do a lot of things here. You can look at elevation. In this case, you give us the elevation of the place, and you can generate data elevation model. You can look at contour, and it will give you the contour, the general contour. But we are going to go, we'll soon consider other form of contour. You can go and check return, so that in this return, you see we have 5 returns. We have the 5 number of returns. That means they have different layers. The ground heat, surface 1, surface 2, surface 4, surface 5. So we have different form of contour. You can also look at different elevation. You can look at the 3D presentation of the place, and you can look at aspects. Look at the aspect, or you look at the slope, and a lot of things you can do with the data without going to the other form of analysis that we shall go into. But these are just, we can also look at the profile. And this one will give us what it is. What is the profile option? And we look at what the area look like. Apart from this, that you can walk around with the last data, you can actually go to convert it to you can convert it to contour, or you can convert it to elevation model. You can go to last data to raster. Under the last data to raster, you can search for it under the local search, and then it will give you the last data set to raster conversion. So under this, you use your input data to be 001 last data, and then you want the output file. That's one. That's our input last data. Then you select the output data. What do you want to, what the output name? You give it the output, you give it output name. And after you are giving it the output name, after you give it the output name, you locate, you navigate to where you want to put the data. Call it Ibadan Rast. You save. Then the elevation, the interpolation method you want to use, we are going to use the elevation data under it. So you can use the binning, which is the interpolation type, or you use the triangulation, whichever one you want to use, and then you click OK. Triangulation and the binning is just talking about the what it's going to use to get the convert the data to the elevation. So we are going to have a model of it's working here, and you now have the elevation model. We can actually overlay the image of the place, which is this, the orthophoto of the place. You can see the LiDAR data that shows area of high elevation. So you can convert this to contour by just generating contour. You can also say raster to contour, and then it's going to give you how to create contour from raster data. So you can create contour from raster data, and then you select the input raster is now Ibadan Rast, and then your contour interval you can select. Let's our contour interval be 2 meters, and you create your contour. It's creating the contour here. You can see the contour is coming up, and we are done with the contour. And that's how you can convert LiDAR data to elevation models. Our contour is still working. Our contour is here. This is our contour. See the contour now. You can see, let's change the color of the contour so that we can see how we can view the contour in the elevation of the, let's make our contour to be yellow so that it can come out clearly. Yeah, want it to be yellow, or let's make it red. Okay, apply. Yeah, you can see this point. These points are the area of high elevation, while this area are the area of low elevation. Now you can see area of high elevation and low elevation. These are peaks, and you can zoom and you can see the kind of building that you have there. You can see the area high and area low area. Thank you for listening to this lecture. We welcome you to subscribe to our channel so that we can tell you when our new series come up, and you can benefit from new series of our lecture. Thank you. If you have any question, you can get back to us and we shall give you